Check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's how you do a mic check.
I think everybody's good.
All right.
What's up, everybody? I'm Addy.
Stop doing that.
That was a nice general one.
What's that?
What I say what's up normally in real life. When I walk into the no, you're right, I don't.
No, you don't walk into
the
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, when I
you
walk
don't
in,
do that.
yeah,
no one does that.
Nobody does
That's
that.
why it's stupid, because no one does that. All right. Real fast before.
Well, you're peeking.
Real fast.
What are you on about?
Before.
He was peeking.
No, he's not.
He was.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'll pull the mic away. Before we start talking about the hot topic, obviously the Switch and Zelda.
Switch came out?
Yes. So through work, someone like a vendor we work with gave us tickets to LA Kings game, a hockey game.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, it's awesome. And the work gave it to me because, I'm a big hockey fan and everything. It was awesome.
You love the puck.
It was really fun, like the game and everything. But my adventure to the game was scary.
Oh, no. What happened?
I've never ridden
With Girl Scouts?
the trains out. Yeah, there's Girl Scouts there again. I've never ridden the train in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did for the first time because like the coworker I was going with who also was going, they're like, oh, let's just do that. And I was like, okay, sure. I've never done it, but seems fine.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying. Never
Really?
riding the train again. That was my first and last time riding the train
Oh, wow.
in LA. Because at first it was fine and normal. Like, what are you doing there?
Just keep talking.
First, it was fine and normal.
First, everything was fine and normal. It was like a normal train. It wasn't like super dirty or whatever. It was like, oh, okay, it's better than I expected, I guess.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too crowded. And then 2 stops in, which, stops are relatively close on like a subway train. It wasn't a subway. I don't even know the right word for that thing.
Yeah.
But 2 stops in, this like couple walk in and they're obviously like kind of on something or they're off, they're off.
Like a normal couple or like a homeless couple?
I don't think they were homeless. I think they were just like on drugs.
Okay. Well,
But not like stoners, but like they were
like hard drugs.
Like hard drugs. Yeah, exactly.
So they were going to be homeless soon.
And so the way it was weird because it was like my seat was facing forward and then the coworker was to the right of me and then right in front of him was the girl from the couple and her seat was turned so she was like not
Sideways.
facing us but she was sideways.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's weird seating. And so now she's right in front, like inches in front of us.
Yeah.
And her, I'm assuming, boyfriend went across the really small aisle to the seat to my left.
Mm-hmm.
And he hands her like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
I was like, sure, whatever.
Well, that sounds
munchies.
that sounds
This
fine
is normal.
so far. Yeah.
Yes. And then she she grabs like a little coin pouch kind of purse bag and she gets really close and unzips it and like is shuffling around doing it's just a weird. I'm getting weird vibes from it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying not to think too much. It's like
she's
whatever.
counting her coins.
She's counting her coins. It's fine. She's whatever. But then she does something with the coin. She pulls something out. I don't know exactly, and does something with the Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh.
And then she starts eating it like normal at first, like really like just but small bites.
Mm-hmm.
And then very quickly she's like just licking it and like slowly eating it, and her like eyes are kind of rolling around. It's like,
oh no,
she put something in those Reese's cups, and now she's gonna kill all of us. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Took her a really long time to finish the peanut butter cup, and every stop I was like, please let these people get off because I don't know what they're doing. And all of a sudden I started smelling like really strong fumes, and I looked to my left, and the dude who was with her is like drawing with like industrial size like Sharpies on like a canvas. He's just drawing like a picture. It's weird, but the fumes are so strong. He's sitting right next to me. I'm like, all right, well, this is weird. I'm getting like a headache from that.
Yeah.
This girl is like devolving in front of me, and by the end of it, she had chocolate over her face, and she was like trying to wipe it off, but she was like so slow in doing it. It was so weird.
Yeah.
And then by the very end of it, she'd eaten it. She was folded completely over in her seat. I thought she might have died. And every time we like hit a turn or something, I was expecting her to fall onto my lap.
Yeah.
And I was like, please don't do this. I was just terrified the whole time that I was going to be
crazy
stabbed
sugar
with heroin
high.
needles.
Yeah.
I think just sugar. So I'm never riding the train again.
Nobody's stabbing you with the heroin needle for free.
No, when she had her coin purse, I thought like we would hit like a turn would happen. Not that it was a shaky train or anything, but something would happen, and she was so like loose and like moving around that like the bag is gonna fly in the air and a heroin needle is gonna come out and hit me in the neck or something.
You had one bad train ride.
Yeah, that was.
What you rode it back, right? Or did you not?
No, I took an Uber back.
Oh,
because the traffic wasn't as bad.
okay.
That's why we took the train, because like
The traffic was bad.
we looked it up like on GPS what's it gonna be.
Yeah.
And it was so weird. It gave us a big window. It was like 45 to an hour 45. It's like, so am I gonna get there in 45 minutes or am I gonna get there in 2 hours?
Yeah.
So like whatever. The train is like a solid 40 minutes.
So you had one bad ride. I think you should try again.
The train was like the internet guy.
Because you go to
It's
like
just weird. I don't like being
you go to a
around...
good steak place and you get food poisoning. That might be the one time you get it. You know.
No, I
you
don't go back
yeah.
if you get
You
food
go back,
poisoning.
especially if it's a good place.
And nothing against the people. I'm sure they were fine
Yeah.
people. I just don't want to be around heroin
Who knows what it was? It probably
or
was
hard drugs.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
a candy bar isn't heroin.
But she could have injected it.
With heroin? You don't eat heroin.
I don't know much about drugs.
This woman, I've never seen someone go from like normal person
Yeah.
to folded over dead in minutes.
Just destroyed.
Yeah, and like I said, like I could see the like process of her going from
Yeah.
a normal human being to like
Well-
licking the cup and like having chocolate on her face, and like she was literally like swaying around. And
Yeah.
it was like I'm watching her like conscious leave her body,
Yeah,
her
yeah.
consciousness. It was so weird,
But like,
and she was inches in front of me.
sure that's happening. But would you rather have like, I don't know, a loud crying baby in front of you? Because this chick just was comatose apparently. And you're just like, okay, well, there's just like a dead person in the seat next to me. That's not that bad.
I think his problem was he had some anxiety about getting chocolate on himself if the woman fell
Yeah,
on him.
you're allergic to chocolate.
And I
right?
understand
No.
that. You don't want to get chocolate on your clothes.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get messy.
It was just very strange. I don't like
And then you're disparaging this bright young artist
hardcore
next
drugs.
to
I've like never been around them.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And the only time I've seen them is in movies, like Requiem for a Dream. Really good movie, but like I get like the like heebie-jeebies, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
really really uncomfortable feeling when you see people like doing drugs in movies.
you. Yeah.
So to see it almost like she wasn't shooting up,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like that stuff just like excuse me out. I don't like it.
Yeah, I probably would have been uncomfortable. But at
So-
the same time, once she passes out, it's like there's no problem. She
Was
just
the
solved her
guy
own
like
problem.
not responding to her actions at all?
Not until they were at his stop and he put his markers away, and then he like just shook her and said, "Let's go." And she like really like it looked like she didn't know where she was at that point. She like
Probably
looked
didn't.
around, really confused, kind of wide-eyed, and he like helped her up and they walked out. And I'm like, that woman might die tonight. She might die in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Because something really strong just went in her system.
Yeah.
It was insane.
I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen anybody take any like crazy drugs like that either.
No, me neither. I was like, what the hell is this? So I don't want to ride the train anymore.
Well, it could be an isolated incident.
But the game was great.
So,
Yeah, he had like
so the
VIP passes and
episode
stuff.
episode name is "Girl on a Train."
No, definitely not.
No,
No,
Why
because the rest of this podcast, we're talking about Breath of the
Yeah,
Wild.
so the first 10 minutes was my
Yeah.
story of that. I just wanted to tell another story because I told the Girl Scout story
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I got another story for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both revolving around chocolatey snacks. I wonder what the next story is going to be.
There will be chocolate, don't worry.
Yeah.
it'll be chocolate and a woman,
Yeah.
a female.
Wow. Wow, Thad.
Dude. Anyways, let's just dive into the fun stuff.
Yeah. Let's dive into this.
The Switch has now been out
Wild.
for 2 days.
We all celebrated.
We all celebrated Switchmas. We all have our Switches.
Ours
we all
was
have
ours,
Zelda.
It came a day late, but we got it. That's an
I'm
annoyance within
Yeah, you guys
itself.
want to talk about that for a minute?
talk about
You don't have to say where you bought it from.
Amazon.com.
Oh, why would we not say who we bought?
Yeah,
it from?
why would we not say the
don't know.
terrible experience we had with Amazon.com?
Because I really like Amazon outside of this experience.
Yeah, normally they're great. 2-day delivery, it's fine.
Most services are great until they're not.
Yeah, but when you offer a same-day guarantee on
That's-
getting something,
You got to explain it. Explain.
so
Go ahead, yeah.
Start at the top.
We were getting these through a coworker because he pre-ordered like
What were we getting from a coworker?
the Switch.
Okay,
We're getting a Switch through a coworker.
that he pre-ordered
He pre-ordered 2 of them
on
Three
day
of
one.
on day 1, 3 of them. Yeah, because
You pre-ordered a bunch.
but you got one through Best Buy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So he had 3 of them, 2 through Amazon Prime, and 1 through Best Buy. The day of release, Best Buy came. That night,
The night before.
the night before the Switch release, Amazon also decided that they were going to do Prime Now, which if you live in select cities, you can get stuff delivered to you in under an hour. And so they said, hey, we're putting the Switch on Prime Now. You have to do it like right now. You sign up and pay for it, and then tell us when you want the delivery time to be. And so he did that and set it for like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. or something. Because just to be sure, because he wanted to be sure that he got one on release day, which was smart.
Because I kept telling him, I don't know about this, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I had a bad feeling. I was like, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna come.
Yeah, it was very smart because his the Amazon Prime Now got there first.
Yeah.
And he was watching the driver and like seeing him. It was
Yep.
great. You had full feedback on what was coming to you. Then the Best Buy showed up.
Which was mine.
Best Buy was on time. I had another pre-order through another guy through Best Buy, which did not show up. It was delayed until Monday, so I was like, Justin, I'll buy one of yours. I just need it now.
Yeah. You need your fix.
Yeah, I need it. I need
You
my
needed your
Zelda.
Reese's
I
cup.
need a Breath of the
You
Wild.
need your Reese's cup on
Yeah.
a train.
So I was like, okay, I'll buy one of those from you. And Coop, you decided to buy one of the other Amazon ones from him. And so we're waiting for him. He just didn't show up that day. The Prime Now got there. They can get, if you pre-order, or not even pre-order, if you bought it that night at midnight, you could have gotten it that day, but we couldn't get it even
Pre-order
though
from
pre-ordering
2 months earlier. or
2 months
whatever.
earlier when as soon as pre-orders came out.
The point
They
of the
could not
story
fulfill
is
the day one guarantee.
Prime Now got it, and then Amazon Prime pre-order didn't. And the worst part about it was our coworker contacted Amazon and said, hey, it's late in the day, and on my notifications say it hasn't shipped yet, but it's still going to be delivered tonight.
Yeah.
Which is very deceiving. And he was like, am I going to get this tonight? And the Amazon customer service lady said, oh, this product hasn't been released yet.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can't lie to me.
Yeah.
I know
I'm
it's been
playing
released.
one right now
I'm playing
from
one.
your
My friend is
now.
playing one. I know this. And so he even said that. He was like, oh, well, my friend has it today. And she goes, oh, I don't know. It's not out yet.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is garbage.
Terrible.
I know it's out. Also, how can Amazon customer service say it's not out yet when they delivered Amazon Prime Now?
Mm-hmm.
It's still through Amazon.
They put out like a bunch of advertising, like, "Hey, get your Switch today."
Day one, that was the
Yeah.
guarantee when you pre-ordered it 2 months ago. Was day one you will have the
Yeah.
Switch.
So I guess the new rule is just don't fucking pre-order anything anymore. Just wait until the
wait,
last
and
minute
they'll put it
and
on
get
Prime
lucky.
Now.
Yeah, and they'll get it on Prime Now.
I mean, that's always been the smart move, but
Well,
Well, you would think pre-ordering would be the smart move because
Yeah, yeah.
you like
Well-
yeah, you're
as soon as it's released,
you're
you pick
guaranteeing,
up
yeah,
some
yeah.
pre-orders. You go, all right, out of my mind. 2 months from now,
Yeah.
I'll have the Switch, and it didn't work out. But you guys did get it Saturday, the next day, which is
that was a whole nother
Yeah.
debacle
Which- yeah, I
with
know.
their shipping company. I don't know who they were using for that.
I don't know,
But-
but that was a whole other thing.
Yeah, guy wouldn't come to the office. Terrible.
was-
we were. It was like 4:00 or something. We got the Switches.
so the delivery
Later,
guy
later, I
is
think.
used to just skipping your office on the weekends.
Yeah.
But there were clearly tons of cars in
No, there
that
were.
parking lot.
It looked, yeah, and so yeah, they called. It's like I just want to make sure that he's coming by because sometimes they don't come by on the weekends. And like apparently like they contacted the driver and was like, hey, they're open, go by there. And the driver was like, yeah, I know they're closed. It's cool. And he's like, no, they're there. They're waiting for this. Just go by the office. He's like, yeah, I know they're closed. I'm not gonna go by there. And then the guy had to like call him again.
So
He's like,
stupid.
hey, they are there. They're waiting for it. You have to go by there. And the guy's like, okay.
But he
But
waited
he
until like the
waited-
last possible
yeah.
minute because apparently they stopped delivering at 5. The
Yeah, and he
person
got
on the
there,
phone
like,
told
just
us,
before
and he
5.
got there like 4:30 or something.
Yeah, so he
It
probably
seems
ran
like-
all his other routes and then came to us.
Seems like he was
Yeah.
trying to run out of time before he could deliver it.
Yeah, but we all have Switches now.
Mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, been playing Zelda
Been playing
all
Zelda
day,
nonstop.
all night.
Snipper Clips is also really fun. We played that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bought it on my because like our coworker bought it and we all played it at
He
work.
Justin bought almost everything.
He bought a lot of stuff.
But a lot of games.
And I bought it too just because I thought it'd be fun for like even like Roy and I like
yeah,
at home would be really.
I
fun
mean,
to
you
play
got a
that.
controller that splits in half. It's great.
The thing that bummed me out is 1-2 Switch apparently isn't very good,
Yeah,
which sucks because that's like the game that like really shows off the HD rumble in the Joy Cons.
And that's like a $50 game,
It's
isn't it?
60, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe it is 50. I think it's 60. I think it's like a full price
Yeah, I
game.
think it's a full price
And
game.
I was fine with paying that originally because when I first heard about it, I was like, well, that game should just come with the console because it's like Wii Sports. It's like showing off the new controller features.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really excited for it because it sounded like almost like a WarioWare, where it's just a series of goofy mini games and like you have to try and figure them out and like you're competing with
Yeah,
your
yeah.
friends. I was like, this sounds great. And then when it finally was released, everyone most people were saying it's not good. And so I'm hoping because it's getting received pretty poorly that they'll drop the price pretty quickly, and then I'll buy it then because I still think it's going to be relatively fun.
I bet that's the game that they end up bundling with the Switch later.
Yeah, maybe. It just sounded really goofy to make fun, and like a series of mini games like WarioWare or like Wii Sports, like those things are always really fun.
Yeah, it was like picking up and like pretending like you're eating a sandwich or something.
Yeah, you have to like pretend you're eating whoever can eat a hamburger fastest or can milk a cow's udder.
Quick draw, right?
Quick draw, like you're a cowboy. And it's just showing off how like nicely the Joy-Cons and HD Rumble work. So I was really excited, so I'm waiting on that just to see. So right now I only have Zelda and Snipper Clips, which are plenty. Zelda's eating up
Zelda's amazing.
every waking moment.
Yeah, I got Zelda and Shovel Knight. Ran through the first level of Shovel Knight. Seems like Shovel Knight.
I think I'm gonna get Shovel Knight and like with the package like with all the DLC, but I'm not gonna do it right now because I'm not gonna play it right now.
Yeah,
Zelda, I can't stop playing. Zelda.
I know there's gonna be a point when I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing in Zelda. I need like a break for a second, and then
you're never gonna.
I don't know if that will happen.
I'll never come back, and then I'll switch to.
The game is pretty like.
It might happen with Addy.
Maybe with Addy, but like I have never been like I don't know where to go. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm always like.
It always seems like there's stuff to do.
It's like, oh, I know my main quest objective right now. I know where I should be going. Or I can go just hunt some shrines and do those little dungeons because those are really fun puzzles. Or I can hunt down memories. Or there's always things to do. And
they all kind of further the main story. So
and I don't ever feel like, oh, I don't know where I should go. Except for some of the memories. I look at the pictures and go, I don't really know where that is yet.
Yeah, I'm having trouble locating a couple of them, but I think I'll get it.
So has your primary way of making money when you need it been cooking and selling food?
Yeah, just selling random stuff. Like cooking, you get way more value out of it. I've also learned recently that little rocks that you can pick up, they almost always have something underneath them, whether it's a ruby, a frog. I've never had a fairy, but I've had like lizards, crickets, stuff like that. There's almost always something under those rocks. So I pick up every rock, and I've gotten like a few hundred rubies just from picking up rocks.
Here's something to know if you're looking for chests. I found my first mimic today.
Ooh.
You know, I thought about that. I was like, I wonder if there will be mimics because, like, obviously from all the Dark Souls and FromSoft games I've played, and then I was playing Neo and they have mimics, and I was like, man, is every game just gonna have mimics? And so like because it's so built in my brain, I was like really weary of like opening chests in Zelda, but then I was like, it's Zelda, it's fine, and so I just whip them open.
Yeah, if you get close enough to open it, you don't have to worry. It was like one of those octopus things buried under the ground with a chest on his head, and I got close to the chest.
Like a guardian?
No, the like
the
octopus,
Octoroks?
the little guys that pop up and shoot stuff at you from
the
water.
Oh, sure.
It was underneath the chest. He popped up. The chest was still stuck to his head.
Wow.
And like hit me, and then just started scuttling all over the place, running around like super crazy quick.
Nice.
And I shot him with an arrow. And when I did, he burst open, and like gems scattered everywhere. So I still got money for it, but like it took me completely by surprise. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Yeah,
I was like, oh cool, a chest buried in the ground. I'll just pull it up with my magnet, and then it was like, oh fuck, what's happening?
Yeah.
I wonder if that means there will be other types of like chests
other
hidden
kinds
on
of
top of
mimics?
monsters or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I found a couple chests buried in the ground, but that was the only one that like popped up on me. So, and it was in an area with a lot of those like octo guys anyway. So maybe that was it. It's kind of funny though.
Yeah, this game, like I've been so excited for it ever since I saw like the first like. Maybe not the very first announcement, because the very first announcement was like a really short video, and I was like, well, new Zelda, that'd be cool, but like I don't really know what's going on. They showed like a Guardian and Link shooting. I'm like, okay, cool. But then when they actually showed gameplay, I think in the summer at E3, I think it was the first time they showed like a lot of gameplay. And I was like, I have to get this game. And like they announced like, oh, it'll be on, at the time it was called Nintendo NX because they hadn't announced the Switch yet. And I was like, I'm going to buy whatever that console is.
Yeah.
And this game looks so fun and awesome. And to now that we actually have it, that it actually like lived up to my expectations is incredible, because I got burned so bad like by the last Guardian and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this is really cool because, I mean, everyone knew a new one was coming, but like, so they announced Breath of the Wild like last year, came out now. They announced the Switch in like, was it January or a little before January?
Yeah.
It was out like a few months later. It's like, that's
quick.
such a great timeline to me, because then it's like, I've built up expectations, I've got the hype, but I don't have to wait years. Like a year or more for then I don't know, maybe it doesn't live up
I'm
to it. Or
so
whatever.
like burnt out on hype just because of like that year-long wait. It's like
Yeah.
anytime somebody announces something, it's like, yeah, I don't even want like
Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a great game. But they announced it and like showed the picture and everyone like lost their minds. I'm like, I don't care.
No.
Let me know when it's coming out.
Yeah.
And then I'll buy it. I'll play it. I'll support Rockstar. It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But I just don't care
it's
right now.
too far off. Yeah, when it's still like 6 months away or something, isn't it? At this point,
I think so. I think it's still a long time away. I was like, I just don't care. I think it comes out in fall.
it's way too far away.
Yeah, I don't get the hype culture where everybody like wants to like just feed off of something. They're like, oh, they announced it. Oh, they showed some characters. Oh, they showed a map. Oh, they showed a second of gameplay today.
Here's a new gun.
I was pretty
here's
hard on the
it's
hype
like-
train for Zelda though.
If you're gonna be on it, that's a good game to be on.
Because
Yeah.
and then like I said, the fact that it lived up to it is so good. Like I mean, it's only been out for a couple of days, but I've like been playing it nonstop, and
Yeah, it's been
I've
great.
done so much, and I just want to keep playing. I want to play it like right now. I want to be playing it.
Yeah, it
I didn't even realize what the Switch really was until I had it in my hands, and like
Yeah.
even last night, I didn't realize the dock is just a charge and HDMI thing. I thought
Yeah,
there was
that's
going to be
not the
like
console.
I thought there was going to be an additional processor in there for when you plugged it in.
No, the
The whole
console
thing is
the
handheld.
little screen,
It is a handheld
which is perfect.
that you can play on your TV.
And it was funny because I brought it home Friday because like we got sent to work. I got my Switch sent to. So when I brought it home, I like was looking at my PS4 and my Xbox One. I'm like, these things are freaking huge.
Yeah, they're giant.
They take up so much space. They're just like big, blocky, like
Mm-hmm.
almost ugly looking things compared to this teeny
thin
tiny little
little-
Switch. It's so cool and like it's tiny and it's like, I know you could do this with the Wii U,
Mm-hmm.
but like I guess just because the Switch feels better in my hands, like it doesn't feel like as cheap as the Wii U and clunky and like
Yeah.
the plastic touchscreen and stuff like that with the stylus. Like I was playing handheld, and then because Roy was watching something, and she's like, "Oh, I'm done watching this. Like you can put it on TV if you want." Just slid it right in,
Yeah,
pulled off the
just
Joy Cons,
pull.
started playing on the TV. I'm like, man, it's so like
so smooth.
It's just so smooth and seamless. Like I didn't have to like turn off my game. I
Nah.
just put down the screen in the dock and then started playing on my TV.
Yeah, it's really, really great.
And the Joy Cons are like, because I use the little adapter that like the Switch comes with, where you can hold it like a normal kind of controller. It's so lightweight.
yeah, it's
awesome.
really, really light.
It just feels good. I really
For me, I feel like
love
it's a
the
little
Switch.
too small. I'm interested to get the like Pro controller.
That was something I noticed too. Like I don't know. I don't know if I have like smaller than normal hands or if I have normal hands, but like it feels okay in my hand. But I was like, if my hands were like even a little bit bigger, this probably would feel small.
Yeah, it just feels like a little bit off, I guess, but it doesn't feel bad.
Yeah.
It's like this is fine.
Yeah.
And like when they're connected to the screen, it's also like, oh, yeah, this is fine. Like I have no problem.
Also, it's really smart because it came with those adapters. So like, you can play. So the Switch has Joy-Cons, and like you can play with the left Joy-Con. I can play with the right one and hold them sideways as a normal controller. And the like trigger buttons, like the left and right on top, those are really hard to hit. But they have that adapter that slides
Yeah,
on.
you slide that
and it makes it
everything on.
so easy.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
that
it's
was
just like
such
a
ingenious
regular, like the
thing.
old Nintendo controller.
Yeah,
like
it was
the
really really
NES
smart.
one.
Yeah, when we were playing that racing game, I could not hit the left bumper without
I
clicking the
couldn't
stick
hit those
in.
either because I forgot my adapters. But like Justin and Aston were using them, and
It was fine.
it's
yeah.
fine. And
It's
I used
super
one
easy.
the day before with the adapter. I'm like, oh, this is great. It just, I'm just so glad that I really like
yeah.
it. Like it lived up to my
It's been
hype.
good so far.
This is like a future of consoles that I can get behind. It's actually useful to me as a
Yeah, I was really surprised
PC
that you
gamer.
wanted one, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
maybe the
because
Switches
you
are
weren't
actually
you
really
weren't
good.
even gonna get one.
I've wanted it to like I haven't really been on board with handhelds since Game Boy Advanced. Not because I didn't want to, it's just nothing held my attention long enough.
There's some really good games out for the 3DS though.
Yeah,
There are, and I hope they re-release them because I just didn't enjoy playing the 3DS for one reason. I don't know, maybe the screen was
you
just
had
too
the 3DS
small.
and you sold it. Like you bought it, you played.
But you
some
bought a
Smash,
normal
and then-
3DS. You should have gotten like the
Yeah.
XL or like the new Nintendo 3DS, like which is the same size as the XL. That is such a good size to me, like because I bought the Nintendo 3DS when it first came out, like when it was first 3D, and that one's really small.
Yeah,
But I didn't know any other because I didn't have like a normal DS, so I'm like, whatever, this is fine, this is fun. And then as soon as like you got Addison, you got the XL, I'm like, oh man, that's how it's supposed to be done.
yeah, it's a
And
bigger
then
screen. It's
I was
better.
thinking about buying that, but then they announced like the new Nintendo 3DS. I'm like, well, I'll just buy one of those. And now I can't go back to the DS and like because Roya has my old 3DS and I have the new one.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's like so small. Like I see her playing with it. I'm like, do you want me to buy you an XL? Like I feel
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Like it's so small.
It's so tiny.
And she's like, that's fine. So
Just wait until the new
Yeah.
Animal
I mean,
Crossing comes out.
I got a 3DS right when it came out too.
okay.
They're like when I had one of the originals. It came with like all the extra games. It was an ambassador edition.
Yeah, same. I had that.
I sold that around Christmas time and bought some Christmas presents with that money
Yeah.
because I just was done playing Gold. The only game I ever played on it was Pokemon Gold.
Right.
That was it. So I sold it. I bought another one around the time Smash Bros came out. We played that a lot for a while. And then I like took it on a plane ride home and my brother was playing it. And I was like, even on the plane ride, I just stopped playing it after like half an hour.
Yeah.
And
Smash Brothers was kind of hard to play on that, to be fair.
But that was the
Like,
only game I was interested in playing on it. And then, so my brother was playing it a ton and I was like, you just keep it. I just left it there. And
Well, you
flew
goof
back home without
because
it.
Animal Crossing New Leaf, man,
It's no Stardew Valley.
that
I was
is.
about to say it's like the same fucking
No.
game.
I don't know how many hours are sunk into that game because I don't think it tells you.
Mm-hmm.
I would be. I don't even want to know.
Yeah.
I have so many hours in that game, and like Roy loves it too, and so we have one Switch in our house, obviously, because I just bought one, and because I think sorry, Coop, you pointed out like, is Roy gonna get her own when the new Animal Crossing game comes out because she loves it? They haven't announced one yet, but I think there is one coming eventually. And I asked her, I'm like, do you want your own Switch when the Animal Crossing comes out? And she goes, well, we could just share, right? And I'm like, you want to take turns playing Animal Crossing? And she's like, oh well. When it comes out, I'll get one. So I think we're gonna have two Switches so that we can each be playing like
But it's fine
Animal
because
Crossing
then
or
you
something.
just trade off who's on the main screen.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It's fine. I just think it's really funny to have like, because having two DSs is one thing, but having two Switches
Yeah,
seems
we're going to be
a
playing
little
Mario
silly to
Kart
me.
like at one of our houses
Yeah.
with 4 screens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have all these other games come out because like I know a lot of people are saying there's not a lot of games out at launch, but I don't care because Zelda's gonna eat up so much of my time that next month like Mario Kart comes out. That's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna get that.
Yeah, well, it's
In the
not
summer,
that much time between games either. It's like a month or two between games.
It's very intentional, obviously. Like every like few months is a big Nintendo title, ending the year with the new Mario Odyssey, which is gonna be really. I think it's gonna be really cool, and I'm also really excited for Fire Emblem Warriors, which is like a Dynasty Warriors game, but with Fire Emblem characters.
Yeah.
And then in 2018, I think like a new Fire Emblem, like their
come
like
out.
strategic
Yeah,
game
yeah.
is actually coming out. So I'm not really worried about any.
No, they've got like a good
games.
lineup for this year already,
Yeah.
which is more than I can say for like Xbox.
When
or
Xbox first came
PS4.
out, it was cool, but like the only big game was for me was like Dead Rising 3, which was super fun,
Yeah.
but okay. And then the PS4, like at launch, they had Killzone 2, which no one liked. I mean Killzone 3, which no one
Yeah,
liked, or
yeah.
4. I don't even know which one it was.
One of
No one
them.
liked it, and so it's like comparing to that, it's like whatever.
Yeah, and then like now that like Dead Rising 4 came out, I didn't
No
hear
one-
anything about it.
I was excited. I
was
talked
excited
about the
for it,
podcast
yeah.
leading up. I was like, oh, it's all Christmas, and then like I heard all the bad stuff, and then I read about it, and I was like, I don't want that game.
Yeah, it
So it
just
didn't
like fell
bother.
so flat. And 3 was great.
3 was
Yeah.
fun.
I think that's something that's so great about. I'm just gonna keep talking about Zelda on the Switch.
Yeah.
Is that I mean, Neo obviously is amazing, but like there's been a few games recently that I bought that I feel like I just was disappointed in.
Mm-hmm.
Zelda's not disappointing.
No.
It's
I've,
like
I've got a
nothing that-
disappointment with it.
I go
I'm
on.
super upset about this.
Uh-oh.
I can't find a fishing pole. Like I can dive in the water and just grab the fish, but I just want to like go get in a canoe, cast my rod out, cast my rod, my reel out.
Catch my rod out.
Catch my rod. How about that?
And I love the like fishing games and all the Zelda stuff.
You know what has great fishing? Animal Crossing New Leaf on the Nintendo 3DS.
It's not the same when you can't
I
see
wouldn't
through the
call it
water.
Great fishing.
I love, dude. I just
That was one of my favorite things
love
to do
Animal
in
Crossing.
Twilight Princess was one of the last ones I played, and I would like go to the fishing area, get in the canoe, and you could like see the fish swimming around, and,
Yeah.
like, cast out near it, and you could watch it like because the water was so clear.
Honestly, I don't know that there is one or that there isn't one. Like I know as much as you guys, basically. I mean, I think I've played a little more, but I know the same information as the game. There might be one later on. Like
Maybe.
the map is so big, and every time I go somewhere, like I'm talking to different people who, I don't know, say different things or tell me about some area. It's like, oh, go up this mountain. There's something up there. Blah blah blah. I don't know. Maybe you'll find like a fishing town and you'll actually get a fishing rod. It's like I wouldn't be surprised. This game is pretty massive.
Maybe.
I feel like there's got to be one.
Maybe. I mean, none of the fish that you see.
I mean, you can
There's
just throw
no
bombs in the water.
There's no. Yeah, that's what you do most of the time. But there's no like third dimension to the fish anymore. They all swim at the same level. Like
Oh,
they're
really?
just if you look, they're all just right below the surface now. Whereas like in the other Zelda games when you could fish, they could like there was fish that swam really deep, like
Right.
middle levels. Like it was harder to get those deeper fish that were bigger, and I can't see anything underneath the surface.
Maybe they just didn't focus on the fishing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
like it could be like, didn't Twilight Princess have fishing, but it was only in a certain area?
Yeah, that's exactly.
So,
it.
like-
That's what I'm saying.
But you didn't
the
see
map is-
fish outside of those areas.
Yeah,
The map
So
is
now it's
huge.
different.
There might actually be a
Maybe
fishing
I
area.
would.
Maybe there's It's
I also
just a
really
specific-
enjoyed the rafting part of Twilight Princess, where you're like shooting arrows while you're going down that river. That was really cool.
I don't even remember that part.
I'm just hoping I find a good place to like snowboard on a mountain somewhere.
Yeah, you will, for sure.
Just got to
Just
get a
make sure
strong
you're warm.
shield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
luckily I got I think it was just called a night shield, and it was made of metal, and it was because your weapons or just all your gear can have like bonus attributes, and so it was like durability up. Man, I've had that thing for so long now, like because your stuff breaks so easily.
Yeah.
This shield I've had, I don't even know.
I
how
don't
long.
feel like my shields like really ever break.
The wooden ones do, but any of them made of
they?
metal last a long time. I
I've
feel
had a
like.
traveler's shield that I picked up at like the beginning of the game for like.
Do you use the shield a lot though, or are you using two-handed weapons?
No, I'm using one-handed, but like
Okay.
I'm dodging constantly, so they don't really hit the shield.
Well, there you go then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I've never really
Yeah.
needed the shield much. I take a hit every now and then.
I got my first weapon that can be repaired.
Oh,
So that is a thing.
Pretty stoked about it,
Nice.
yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
repair it yourself, or do you have to go somewhere?
I have to go to a special place,
that's cool.
but it's easy to go to.
Yeah, because I am
'Cause,
sick of picking up new weapons all the time.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, it's fine, but like at the same time, it's like when I'm like, oh fuck, I'm fighting a dude, I need to be quick, and I pull open my inventory and I only have two-handed swords. It's like, well, that's not cool. I wish I had like a one-handed sword that I just, even if it was weak, I always knew I had it,
Yeah.
so I could use a shield and sword at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it seems like a lot of times if you don't have your shield up, there are a lot of dudes that just like one-hit me. Like I'll get hit with an arrow. and
I've
it's just
gotten
like,
one
okay,
hit
cool, I'm
quite
dead.
a bit in the game.
Yeah, which is probably due to like the armor
Maybe.
thing they've got in place. Like you need certain areas you're not supposed to be in. They're for higher level armor.
It's there's like so much I want to talk about, but I don't
Yeah,
want.
no,
it
we
just
wouldn't
came
get
out, so I
too
don't want to spoil
spoilery,
too much,
yeah.
and I don't want to. Man, but like, we can just talk about how good other things are about it.
Yeah,
Like we were talking about lightning earlier.
yeah.
That's such a cool thing that you
man.
can be struck by lightning if you're wearing metal in a
Yeah.
thunderstorm.
Didn't realize that. That's probably why I got struck by lightning.
The game is that's something they do really well is like because of how big it is like the weather change and like at night. So, have you guys had a blood moon or whatever it's called yet?
I had one, but
That thing
it
is
didn't.
crazy.
It didn't do anything. I haven't seen like a real one yet. It was just like it
Well, did
came
you
up.
Did you
There was a
leave town?
cutscene, and then as soon as the cutscene was done, it went away.
You didn't
Well-
leave town, did you?
I was in the
No,
outskirts.
like it doesn't. It
You know,
doesn't
it-
stay there, but you can see the
Well,
monsters change.
It also
Oh.
it also brings back everyone you've killed.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said too.
So like because if you kill them, they don't come back until the blood moon. So like if you clear out all the camps in like an area, then there's no one to fight anymore
Until the blood moon.
blood moon brings them all back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that first blood moon also
Scared the
Yeah.
crap out of me.
it also brings those lizards aren't everywhere, or not the lizards. There's like the
Chameleons.
them, and there's also like just the taller
I saw
Oh, the
them.
Boko
moblins.
goblins things.
Moblins.
Yeah, those I didn't
Nope,
see very
those,
often until
those
the
were
blood
also
moon.
there.
Yeah, I've seen
Not
those.
in the starting areas. If you go back to like where you've killed everything at like the
Well,
plateau and everything, they replace some of those monsters.
Oh,
now.
maybe
Oh,
because
I
they
guess.
definitely weren't in the plateau because that'd
yeah,
be
they
too
weren't
hard
there
at the
before,
beginning
but
of the
like
game.
I was already like the first thing I did was like I wanted to do like I did in like Far Cry and just unlock all the towers. So I was just trying to go from
Good
tower to
luck.
tower. Yeah, a lot of those towers are hard to get to.
I did one with a bunch of guardians around it,
Yep,
and
I
I
did that
didn't
too.
kill the guardians.
Nope, me neither. I
It-
just strategically was jumping around.
Yeah, and
it was
I had to
very
dodge
stressful.
a couple like drop
Yep,
and just.
absolutely.
It was cool hang gliding off of that though. Just the
Like,
lasers.
just
flying
5
back.
lasers pointed at you, and you have to like. I like dropped. I did this like we were saying with climbing. Like when I could hear them locking on, I would like get rid of my glider and then like fall real fast and then pull it up again and
Yeah.
try
Oh.
to dodge them.
You can jump off of stuff and land on your horse.
I figured you could. I haven't tried it yet.
It saved my life
Yeah.
one time.
You just rode off in the distance.
I jumped off of a tower, and like I didn't pull out my parachute.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna wait, and then I hit it like the last second, and it doesn't stop you immediately. You'll still drop a little ways.
Yeah.
Luckily, my horse was right there,
Nice.
so he just mounted the horse. So like, oh, good to go.
That's
But
awesome.
I tried it for catching horses because they don't run away. It does work, except it scares the fuck out of them.
Yeah,
So-
a person dropped on you.
If I was just like walking around and somebody jumped on my back,
Yeah.
I'd flip the fuck
Like,
out.
Yeah.
I've got 3. I've upgraded my stamina 3 times now. It burned through it completely
Wow.
in seconds. Like
Wow.
I couldn't calm it down before it just bucked me off.
Yeah.
I have a horse, and he looks like a cow, so I named him Moo Moo.
I need mine
That's
aggro.
the one.
I
horse
haven't
have.
really felt like I needed a horse yet.
I don't think you need
I've been-
one, but it's just
I
I
wanted
wanted
it,
one
but-
because
Yeah.
it's part of the game.
I haven't really I found some wild horses, but I was like, well, if I tame a wild horse, I'm like trying to get up this mountain over here. So what's the point of having a horse?
Yeah, it's hard to
But
take
you
a lot
can
of
put it to the
places.
stables and
I
save
hadn't
it.
found the stables yet either. I found one of the stables. I haven't
Yeah.
found. I think actually I have
Oh, here's
2 stables now.
here's something interesting that I texted you about earlier. I didn't get that signal detector. The
One that detects
the
shrines.
shrine
Yeah.
signal.
because I was watching Addy play and I was like, oh, does that go off a lot? And he's like, yeah, it's like nonstop. I was like, I don't think I've noticed it ever.
Yeah.
And then I realized I didn't even have the circle where it's supposed to be until I got to the researcher, and she gave me the camera and the signal detector.
And then he watched me get there, and I already had it. She didn't give me
So
that.
I'm not sure like what if that's
I think
like a
I had it
random thing.
before the researcher too. I just don't remember where I
swear
got
I
it.
got it from that first tower that you activate.
I did
Like the tower activated and it like
Oh,
updated
yeah.
and gave you that.
Yeah, I think so.
I did that. I couldn't have left the plateau without doing that because he doesn't give you the hang glider till afterwards.
I don't know, man.
Weird. Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know. I just didn't have it till I got to the researcher.
Not sure, but
Yeah, I don't know.
it is what it is. And I guess I don't know how you wouldn't have gotten it, but it's nice that they gave it to you at some point.
Yeah.
Although I turned it off immediately. I thought it was pretty annoying, like because it
Yeah.
just beeps a lot. Like I was like, okay, there's a shrine nearby, but I probably would have just found it on my own anyway.
Yeah,
so
I don't like
turned it
how.
off.
It also isn't super accurate for how if like you are looking for one,
Really.
it will only beep if you're walking exactly towards it. Like if you're standing right next to it but not looking at it, it won't beep.
Weird.
Yeah, you have to be like facing it, and I don't like that it like the proximity in which it turns off. You have to be basically at the shrine before it stops beeping. It's like beep 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 beep, and it's like, yeah, I know, I'm walking right at it. I can
Yeah.
see it.
Well, that's why I turned because like when you first get it, I was like, oh, that'd be a cool feature, and then like I jumped down and I was like fighting people, and it was like just blowing up, like
Yeah,
beeping
constantly.
like constant, and I was like, all right, well, I know it's there. I can just probably find the rest on my own. I'm gonna turn it off. Maybe once I like have played tons of the game and I know there's a few more
You're
out
looking for
there and
more,
I'm
yeah.
looking for some because I want to get them all or whatever, I'll turn it back on.
There have been
But
some that I haven't been able to find that I've seen it beeping, and it's like,
you don't know where it is.
where is this thing?
Underground.
It's like, yeah, it's yeah.
I found some
apparently,
underground
yeah.
that I was having the same problem.
How'd you get underground?
Waterfalls.
Oh, I see.
Well, I guess kind of underground.
They're just below where you are.
Directly under the ground you're on.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I guess I got to look around a little bit more, but that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
So
Great game.
great,
Love it.
great game. Yeah,
I could talk about it forever.
yeah.
They're just cool little features they have that.
What's the recipe you've made that is worth the most money?
I don't know.
I found one that makes a lot of money.
Probably ones that give you like extra temp hearts. 'Cause
Yeah,
I-
those give you a little bit more.
I've made like food that has. It was crazy. It was like, it was like it would heal you for more hearts than I have, like way
Yeah.
more, like 15 hearts or something.
Yeah,
stupid.
I think I made one that was like 25.
Yeah.
It was like, why would you ever
No,
need
wait,
this?
that was the fairy one.
Oh yeah, the fairy one that you made.
Put 3 fairies in the cooking pot.
I
It
want,
do-
I
it
wanna
doesn't
keep
cook
my
them.
fairies.
It doesn't cook them.
I want to
They,
keep my fairies.
They
they
like
just like spread
fly
their
around.
magic and fly away.
okay.
So
it
they
gives
just
you-
spread their magic on water, and you got a
Yeah.
potion that heals 25 hearts.
Yeah.
It's really funny. No, and then what's the most temp hearts you've gotten out of one?
I've never done that one, but
3 for me.
Oh, really? I think I made like 6 or 8.
Wow, that's a lot of extra hearts.
I might have to
Yeah.
start doing that. But 5 fish, 5 of the same fish. They can't be like mixed.
Yeah.
If they are mixed, you'll still get a ton of money. But 5 of the same fish will get you 240 rupees.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So save your fish.
Buy that
Pretty
Sheikah set.
good. Pretty good. The what?
Buy the Sheikah set.
The sneaky
Yeah.
stuff.
Even like 3 of one fish and 2 of another fish still gave me, I think, 210.
That is
So
that's really good. I sold what I sell. I sold something for 150. I feel like that was a lot.
I sold a bunch of my ore to try to get a bunch of the Sheikah set.
I feel like you're gonna regret that at some point.
Yeah,
I think
like
it's
there's
a-
ore kind of everywhere.
I think it's off. Like, yeah, it's around.
When I'm gliding around and I'm like looking around, I'll see like a black lump and I'm like, ore, and I just like drop down to it, break it real quick, and then
I feel like once we find the use for it, it's gonna be like, oh, you need 50.
yeah, probably.
And
But
you'll be like, God damn it, I sold 10 at the beginning of the game.
no, at the beginning of the game, I needed good armor, so it
Yeah.
was worth it.
yeah, it'd be all right.
It's just a trade-off.
Yeah, I think there's enough going around that you'll be all right.
Yeah, it
too.
seems like
it's in the mountains.
It
Like,
doesn't
if you
seem like resources are really limited. They're kind of hard to find, but they're not limited.
You think those ores respawn?
Yeah, I bet so.
I wonder if
Because there's also on your little mini map that you have, there is a symbol for ore. So that might be something that you can mark, like, hey, come back here. There's diamonds here.
yeah. I got my first diamond.
Yeah, I got my
That
first
sells
diamond.
for like 500 rubies.
I
No, I
might
haven't
keep
found
that
one of
though.
those
'cause
yet.
I'm
that's,
holding
like,
on to it
super
too, but I'm
rare.
saying that's worth a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, have you found those tree stumps that spawn like the weird circles in the air?
I don't know what to do with those either.
I don't think so.
I found a couple of those and I marked them on my map, but I don't know what.
Have you guys at night seen like a light shooting like straight up to the sky from the ground? It's like a shooting star or something crashed.
No.
I've seen them, and like every time I try to go to one, like before I can get to it, I think it becomes daytime, and then you
It's
can't
gone.
see it anymore. And I've seen them once in a while, and it's driving me crazy because I feel like it's something really cool,
Probably.
but I can never get to it in time
Why does that
because
sound familiar? That sounds like something from another game that I've played.
I like don't
Yeah,
have horses with
Terraria.
me.
Does that happen in Terraria? Yeah, you're right. That does happen in
The
Terraria.
shooting stars fall and you have to grab them.
I'm pretty sure it's a shooting star. I don't know
Yeah.
for sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. And I really, really want to get to one, and I think I just have to like get my horse and like
Right.
just wait around at night, like kind of going around
Yeah.
slowly, and then like rush to one as soon as I see one. But I never get to one in time.
Do you feel bad for killing animals?
Yes,
Really?
yes,
They're animals.
I feel bad.
They're there to be
I
killed.
spawned so like I haven't killed any of the foxes or anything. Like I only kill like boar for meat. Like I don't kill the deer. I don't kill the foxes.
Oh, you got to kill wolves, man.
because I was like I don't want to kill them.
The deer drop prime meat.
I
Yeah,
know they
wolves
do.
drop
I don't want to
prime-
kill them.
Drop prime meat.
But I'll tell you how I know they
The wolves
drop
do?
prime meat.
Yeah.
And the foxes, I think, drop prime meat too.
The ones I've killed just dropped raw meat.
I mean, it was raw meat. But I found out because I used the Twilight Princess amiibo for the wolf, and a wolf spawned next to me. And any animal like in the general area, it'll just run at and kill it. And I saw it like running, and we were in tall grass. I was like, oh, what's it going to kill? And it like, I saw a red tail fly in the air, and I'm like, oh, it killed a fox. And I ran up and picked up the meat. I'm like, oh, and then it like ran and killed the deer, and I'm like, oh, I haven't killed any of these animals because I like these animals. They're like, they're nice to see out in the wild. I don't want to kill them.
I need to restock on arrows because like anytime I see like a couple birds, it's like, thump, I got to get one of them.
That Zorro area will restock your arrows real quick.
Oh, will they?
I got
Oh,
like
okay.
60 right now.
I need to go back through
At
there.
0 when I went in.
Yeah, because I'm at 0 now. I've used too many. Need to restock.
Just don't get struck by lightning again.
Yeah, I
Just
guess.
don't wear metal.
Yeah, don't wear metal. But then that means I can't use any of my weapons.
You gotta use a Boko Goblin.
Yeah, I guess I'll use one of their
Bokoblin
arms or
club
something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another good thing. Like a really cool thing about the game is like bigger enemies will use smaller enemies as weapons. Like the Moblins are bigger. Was it Bokoblins?
I don't know. Whatever.
Whatever.
That's one of them.
Those are the common like
Big
enemies.
goblins.
Yeah, that's the common enemy. And like the bigger ones, the Moblins, will like one was coming towards me and it like picked up one of the Boko goblins and threw him at me.
Oh, it threw the little guy?
Yeah, and
Oh,
like
wow.
I dodged and it killed the little one and he just kept charging at me. I'm like, that was crazy that he just did that.
Yeah.
And I've also been fighting skeletons and when you hit them, they like break, their body
Mm-hmm.
comes apart. And I did that, and then another skeleton like looked around and picked up the dead skeleton's arm and started swinging that at me.
Yeah.
They pick up weapons you throw at them.
Yeah, they pick up
It's-
everything.
Stuff like that. It's
Really
really
great.
really cool.
If you have anyone throw a boomerang at you, you can catch their boomerang in the air.
I haven't done that.
wow.
That's awesome.
I had one of the lizard people do it, and it like popped up, and I was like, you can catch this. But then I killed him before he could throw it again. So
well, but when you use yours, you have to like time that because if
Oh,
you
yeah.
throw it and you don't hit like A and catch it,
Yeah, the
right
first time
it
I-
just flies away or it can hit you.
the first time I didn't know it could hit you. The first time I
think
did it,
I thought Justin said it can hit you.
I sent it out, and I was like, it's coming back, and I had my shield up because the guy was like shooting arrows at me, and it just went right. I think it went right through me, and I was like, oh, it doesn't
Maybe it
auto
doesn't hurt you
catch.
then,
Yeah.
okay.
And I was like, well, where's my fucking boomerang? That's the weapon I
You
need.
gotta go find it.
I like switched to my other boomerang and threw that, and then that time I caught it. I've also had it. I threw it, hit the main guy, and a little guy was rushing me, and it came back and hit the little guy and killed him, and then I caught it.
I had something very similar to that where I was running on a little island, and one of those like big like chameleon things were chasing me, and I was trying to get away from him so that I don't know what I was trying to do. I was just trying to get away from him for some reason, and the little things like that with the chest was hidden on you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I want to sneeze.
Uh-oh.
He was in the water, and he popped up and shot a rock at me.
Yeah.
And I was still sprinting, and then the chameleon was like a couple steps behind me. He got hit by the rock.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, oh, cool. And then I just turned around, pulled my bow, and killed the thing out of the
I don't
water.
like those little octopus guys. They have like a fucking dead eye. They hit me from so far away before I
They're
can
really
even
good,
see
but
them.
they die with one arrow.
Yeah, they do. I
So-
didn't realize that. Like I'm normally pretty short on arrows, so
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been shooting them. I just like I'll
Do
try
you
to
have
lob
any-
a bomb and hope that it floats over to them, and I just blow them up.
I have like 60 or 70 like normal arrows,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have like 5, 10, or somewhere around there of each of the special ones, except for the bomb arrows. I don't have any of those. I don't know why. Like I have arrows for
bunch of
everything else
arrows.
except for that one.
I need to try the slow-mo arrow shots too, because that would probably help
That's
me out
really
a lot.
fun.
Yeah. Since headshots do like double damage and like knocks people over.
Even like slow mo with your like normal melee like sword or whatever.
Oh, when you
that's
do like
super
the
fun.
perfect dodge
Yeah.
or like a parry. Yeah.
Have you guys seen you saw me fight one, the enemies that are on platforms you can break? There's like, there were these 3
I don't think I've
enemies.
seen
So it's a platform with a bar holding it up,
Yeah.
and you can break the bar that's holding it up. So I broke one. It was like one of the bigger like Mo goblins or whatever.
Yeah, Moblins. I think
It
they're
dropped
called.
him into water, and he just drowned.
Nice.
And then on the other one, there was a rock on a platform above him. So I broke that. The rock fell and smashed him.
Nice.
That's pretty
I haven't
cool.
I haven't done anything like that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
You were watching, weren't
Yeah,
you?
yeah. It was cool to see like a physics sort of thing.
There's so
happening.
much
Yeah, and
physics
there's a
in that
lot.
game.
Yeah.
Hey, you were complaining about like shit rolling away from you while you were trying to light it on fire.
Yeah, it was like raining. I was in in an area where like apparently it never stops raining, and I was like, well, I'll just wait it out. I didn't know it was like it
That's
never
the
stopped
Zora
raining.
area.
Yeah.
Zora areas constantly in rain.
Yeah, so I was like, I'll just wait it out because I want to climb this cliff. And so like I was like kind of on a hill. I put down my flint and steel and some sticks, and I was like, I'll just light this real quick. And I hit the flint and steel, and it burst, and my sticks just rolled away. They were too far apart.
Yeah.
I was like, actually, I haven't done that right yet. Do you just throw the sticks on the ground and then throw the flint on top of it and strike it?
I haven't done like with firewood.
Mm-hmm.
What I have done is I've gone up to like a camp that like already existing camp that like
Yeah, I've done
enemies
that.
were using or something, and it wasn't lit, and I put my flint right next to the sticks, and I struck the flint with my
Okay.
sword, and then it lit.
Maybe you can't
Does
light
that
a
break
bundle
the
of
flint?
sticks.
I don't think you can light it in the rain.
Maybe that's it too.
I'm pretty sure you can't,
So does that break your flint? Is it one time only?
Yep. which sucks. I like never have flint on me, or I have like one or two.
Do you carry a hammer with you? Because I get it a lot from rocks.
Just like breaking rocks?
Yeah. I normally get a piece when I break a rock.
I don't do that. I didn't know you got them from that. The only place I've got them from are the little rock like people kind of things, like the
Those little dudes.
yeah.
I
I
don't know.
got it from there.
And I can't tell if like weapon type matters at all. Like if I hit something with a hammer that's like a skeleton, does it do more damage than a sword? It kind of seems like it does the same. I don't know if they have weapon types.
I don't.
It kind of just seems like flat damage.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
then when I'm using the hammer for
Well, I
like
think
I had
the
to do
damage just depends on like the strength of the weapon. Like there's a little number next to the weapon.
Yeah,
that says
yeah.
How strong it is. I think it's just that number. I don't think it's like, oh, this is piercing, this is blunt. I don't think it has. I don't know for sure.
yeah.
I don't think it has that though.
I get yeah.
I think it's just like your playstyle. Like, would you rather have a slower?
Hammer or like a sword or I don't know.
There's
Whatever.
It
only-
must hit harder. I don't
Only
know.
one way to find out.
Yeah.
Just
I'm gonna have to
keep
hit
playing.
you with a hammer.
keep playing, hit with a hammer.
Yeah.
So we're all enjoying the Switch.
Love
Yeah.
the Switch.
Switching
Love
it
the
up.
Love Zelda. Love the Switch.
We'll probably have more to report back on next week.
Oh yeah, tons more.
Yeah. Did anything else even happen? Horizon Zero Dawn came out.
Horizon Zero Dawn came out and that looks awesome, and I want that game, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it because
Oh,
same reason why I'm not getting Shovel Knight. There's no reason
I made
to
a
get it while
mistake.
I know I heard. Go on.
So I was mad that I didn't get the Switch on launch day, and I was like, well, if I'm not getting it, because we thought we were gonna get them on Monday. So like, if I'm not getting it on Monday, I'm gonna play an open world game. So I bought Zero Dawn, and then like 2 hours later, our coworker texted and was like, "Hey, Switches are coming tomorrow." I was like, "Fuck." So now
that's not a bad thing.
I spent $60 on a game I probably could have got for like 40 or 30
Doesn't
later.
matter.
well, I'm definitely going to try and play it before the next podcast. 'Cause
Yeah.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's
It looks really good, and like we were at work and it was a little slow, and we put it on the TV, like a Twitch stream of someone playing it, and
reminds me a lot of Zelda. Like
it was
you're
really
running
cool.
around in an area like trying to figure stuff out. There's like
Sony's
giant
trying to get in on
creatures.
it.
It looks really good.
cool.
Yeah, and I just want to tear a radiator off a T-Rex. Like, doesn't make any sense, but
Yeah,
it looks great.
It looked
Yeah.
really, really fun.
Oh, we'll be able to compare them all next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Zelda.
I don't know. I don't know if I
Horizon
can
Zero
break
Dawn.
away from
I think
I'm definitely going to try it.
Zelda.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep playing Zelda.
Yeah.
Maybe no, just Zelda.
Did anything else come out? I feel
Well,
like
then I can compare them next week.
Didn't Microsoft have some big game this week too?
Did they?
No, they didn't.
They had
They
Halo
haven't done
Wars
anything.
Oh,
Oh, they
Halo
did.
Wars
Yeah, you're
2.
right.
2
They
weeks
had
ago.
Halo.
But you can play that on PC.
Yeah.
Uh,
Our battery's getting low.
Okay.
I'm not like trying to cut the
no,
discussion
it's
for
cool.
like
I mean,
That's okay. We're
that's
at,
all
like,
we've been doing, really.
there's a
is
chance that
switching.
if that battery dies, that's going to
Oh.
corrupt the file. It's
Uh-oh.
not likely, but it's
Well,
could
thanks for
happen.
listening, and we'll be back with
And
more
we're-
Switch news next week
and
on
we're
the
at an
Switch
hour.
podcast.
Yeah. Good switch of me.
Good Switch.
happy Switchmas, everybody.
Yay.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
We're at an hour.
Yeah. I set a timer when we kind of like started.